Welcome back. Sotheby's has gathered together a unique collection of items that once belonged to the British rock icon Freddie Mercury. The auction will take place next month, and before then, the collection is displayed at the auction house's galleries in London. And the bohemian Stefan Kyriazis is here to rhapsodise about it.
I am. It's a kind of magic, Michael, let me just say, and it's absolutely stunningly beautiful. It's very much, it's not just a chance for fans to go and gawp and look at things from a famous person or from their idol. This is actually, short of something like Graceland, it's a very rare chance to almost go and see how he lived. It's set up across 12 huge rooms, 1,400 items, and so you've got the grandest of most glorious, glamorous things, but you've also got incredibly personal little touches that give you a little insight into who he was. And this is all from Mary Austin, who lived in the house where Freddie lived, Garden Lodge in West Kensington. She helped him, she found the house, helped him buy it, and she has been living there since 1991, after he died. And she has finally decided to clear it all. And she described the difficulty when she first moved in until she looked around and she realised that the house was romance, beauty, him. And that's what you get when you go to this exhibition. So you have all this, you have his incredible, all his stage costumes, you have his kimonos. He loved Japanese art. He has a very important collection of Japanese art, which collectors are looking forward to buying. All these incredible prints, but there's also lacquerware. And then there are kimonos everywhere that he wore at home. He wore on stage, but he also gifted to friends. So you have, it's always this overlapping with this man.
By the way, he had a very good eye and very good taste. I mean, there's Matisse and Picasso and all sorts of things.
Absolutely. And there's gorgeous little things like Tiffany. I'm hoping for Christmas you're going to get me his Tiffany moustache comb, Michael. I've popped that on the side. But also his incredible table settings. There are all these works of art. There's a £500,000 Tissot knocking around there. But there's also, like, handwritten lyrics for We Are the Champions.
Oh, yeah.
Might cost you 300,000, but they're little scribbled doodles on the backs of notes because he was also an artist himself. There's this hugely grand dinner table, all set up, you can imagine sitting there, but on the side in a glass case there's a book where he kept notes on every menu, but he also noted down what people were wearing, jewellery, gowns, and little comments about that. So it's everything about the man, and it's glorious, and it's free. Everybody, it is free until the 5th of September. Please go. It's unbelievable.
That is extraordinary. Now, Matthew Bourne's Romeo and Juliet. Tell me about the setting. It appears to be in a prison or
an asylum.
An asylum?
An asylum, yes. So what have they done? They've woked it, they've updated it. What's going on? I horrified all my fellow critics' friends when I confessed I'm not a huge Romeo and Juliet fan. I find the story a little bit frustrating. Insta love, why don't they just communicate, get on with it? So this is a modern setting, an asylum. These kids have all been thrown in there because they don't conform, because they're a little bit different, they don't fit in. And the conflict is not Montague and Capulets, it's the kids against the guards. And some pretty terrible things happen. But also the love story is out of two people in desperate situations that find something and someone to love. I have to talk about Paris Fitzpatrick, who's the lead dancer, one of my favourite dancers in the world. He doesn't dance, he acts. He's exquisitely beautiful when he's on stage, and so you feel everything. And it's not...
Steady on, old chap. Have a glass of water.
But I urge people, if you're worried about, dance isn't for me, ballet isn't for me, this is dance as performance. It's telling a story. So everywhere you look, there's different characters and people doing things.
And it's the music of Prokofiev.
It is. Exactly. The bit we all know, but we go in straight away with that music. It's a remix. So you have shortened versions of the classical music. It gets a bit jazzy in places. When the kids have a party, it gets a little bit grindy and down and dirty, and it becomes a very sensual, sexual thing. It's phenomenal, and it is touring the country until November the 4th. It is going absolutely everywhere. Please, please go and see it. It's wonderful.